G'day guys and welcome back to the Aussie Gooner channel. Welcome back, and what a game. What a game between Arsenal and Aston Villa. Honestly, who would have thought we were going to show up and really take it to them? I really wanted the lads to really put in a fucking performance. Just didn't expect it. Our previous performance was just shambolic, but you know what? They all turned up in this game. Every single player, you can hold their heads up high. Wonderful performance. I could not believe this, guys. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I saw the lineup from the get-go. I saw the lineup and I was like, wow, we're starting in Tavares, you know, because it's clicking down with the back line. I'm like, wow, we got Tavares in there. And that was something I really wanted. Tierney looked lethargic in the last two games, and you know what? Looks like he had a knock. Maybe it's a knock, maybe it's God knows what. But you know what? I wanted Tavares in there mainly because we need some fresh legs. We've always got Takahiro running down the right-hand side and never second-guessing himself when he's overlapping his winger. Tierney just doesn't seem to be doing that at the moment, and maybe this knock might have been the issue to begin with. Nuno Tavares slotted in and I was jumping for joy. Then I saw the midfield. And I saw four in the midfield and straight away presumed 4-4-2. I couldn't believe it, 4-4-2. Another thing that I was kind of calling for my preview. I was sitting there in that preview and I said, well, we don't know what the formation is going to be, blah, blah, blah. I wish it was a 4-4-2. If the idiot wants to play a diamond, he could, but he wouldn't do that. We're probably going to play a 4-2-3-1. But guess what? Hats off to Mikel Arteta. I've got to call a spade a spade. I'm going to call it down the line. He saw the issues that he had with his formations, and he's decided to go old school. So he brought the old school back, and I'm an old school gooner, and I don't mind the 4-4-2. I wanted to see a 4-4-2. Mikel Arteta got me a 4-4-2. So big tick for Mikel Arteta. Pizza Hut for you, mate. Anyway, I then saw the front line. Alexander Lacazette, Aubameyang up front, and straight away I thought, this is going to be game on. Because the only defender Aston Villa have is Tyrone Mings. And if you have a guy like Lacazette, he's all over you. And he just hangs off you, and he's in your face, and you don't phase. Look, if you're Tyrone Mings, you don't want that. You want an Aubameyang. You want a pushover. You want an easy striker that you can argy-barge a bit and drop him down, and that'll be it. You didn't get that, Mings. You didn't get that. Oh, you got nothing like that. You got to see Lacazette. Maybe Lacazette didn't get a goal. Look, don't get me wrong. His stats probably wouldn't have been the best, and they weren't crazy stats. But you know what? I think anyone that watched that game can tell me that Alexander Lacazette put a shift in, and to be perfectly honest, it was probably... I mean, he was probably more of a captain in this game than Aubameyang. Yeah? I don't know. This captaincy thing, guys, I'm stuck on it a bit. I still think the captain armband's got to move. It's got to move, you know. Anyway, I'll wrap it up real quick. The game was quick. The game was fast. The game was fun to watch. Early on, guys, early on. Early on, there was a bit of argy-bargy between Gabriel and Wally Watkins. Trying to show Gabriel that he was tough and strong, and he pulls Gabriel down. You know, he's trying to scare Arsenal, show them that we're here for a bit of a battle, and we're going to get physical, and you guys are just going to go back into your shell. Gabriel was having none of it. Neither was the whole team. Whole team comes in, bit of argy-bargy. Lacazette's in there. They're all in each other's faces, and Watkins gets himself a card for his trouble. Smart move, mate. Yeah, well done. That was pretty much the last we saw of you the whole game. That was it. Yeah, you really put a shift in, mate. Bloody useless. Anyway, so he's tried that on. Hasn't worked for him. We pressed him. We hustled and we harried him. Our passing was sharp. Our movement was good. Tavares on the left-hand side. My goodness, cutting down that left-hand side. Overlapping ESR. It was wonderful to watch. Wonderful. It looked like we were going to put a goal away. It looked so ready for a goal. You know, in the first 10 minutes, we're like, we're going to score here. We're going to score. Anyway, early on, we got a ball into the box that I'm telling you, Aubameyang could have done a bit better. He should have put his head on it, but decided to go for a bicycle kick and sort of stuffed it. So Emi Martinez was, breathing a sigh of relief. And we'll get into Emi Martinez and his antics. Anyway, not long after that, we get ourselves a set piece. We get a corner. ESR to take this to knock this ball into the box. Straight when I've seen that, I thought, yep, here we go. These guys could leak a goal here. These guys could leak a goal because they leak goals against Wolverhampton from corners and set pieces. All the goals from Wolverhampton came from corners and set pieces. And here we are, 0-0. And there's a corner. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, God, someone just get your head onto it. And guess who that someone was? Thomas Partey. Awkward header, puts it past Martinez. Merry Christmas, Martinez, and your stats, son. You monk. You mug. Honestly, he was a mug in this game. The game continued in the same fashion. Pressing, harrying, Takahiro looking good, Ben White looking wonderful, Gabriel looking strong, Thomas Partey putting a shift in every single player. The midfield was solid. I mean, we had Partey play this game, and I was really thinking that it was going to be shocking. He's got himself a goal, and he's come back, and he's even stronger now. It's like this confidence went through the roof. Emi Buendia, where is you, son? Where you at? Where you at? Where were you? You got swallowed up, destroyed. Partey made him irrelevant. Buendia was slightly forward. They usually play a 3-5-2 this lot, but they've been putting Buendia a little bit forward to see if they can try and get him on the front foot so he can put some passes in. And what now? And what now? Where was you, son? Couldn't see you, mate. I mean, I saw you on the lineup, in the sheet. Barely saw you on the pitch. Partey made him look like a joke. Partey destroyed him. Anyway, the game continued, and just before whistle, we get a penalty, guys. Lacazette in the box. What do? One of the defenders from Aston Villa, I think it was Target, who put in a bit of a dodgy tackle on Lacazette from behind, took out his legs, then took out the ball. Ball gets put on the spot. But a bit of back and forth from Lacazette and Emile, and you know what? Like, seriously, I thought Emile was going to come here and be a bit more of a gentleman. But no. He's antics. He doesn't give a shit anymore. He's saying F you to the Arsenal, F you. And you know what? Yeah, he's saying to you, mate. You know what I mean? Your mouth's been open ever since you left Arsenal. You had 6 months with us where you actually showed your worth. And you had years where you were useless. And nobody would have taken you on. Bloody Nasri, useless bastard. Anyway, Aubameyang steps up, takes a shot. Emmy gets the save. But unfortunately for you, son, you're a guy that likes to concede. You didn't hold on to the ball, and then Aubameyang got the rebound. Got ourselves a goal. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Second half kicks in, guys. And there was a great spell of play. ESR starts off his own play. Gets the ball in the third, taps it forward, taps it back to our defender. Defender puts it through to Aubameyang. Aubameyang, a nice little flick over the top. ESR on the ball, one-on-one with Martinez. And just when you thought this shot's going to be clean and it's going to go top bins, nah. Defender comes in. ESR puts his laces behind it. It ricochets off the defender's, I don't know, shin, we could say, and deflection in the back of the net. And to be honest, look, Martinez might have looked like he had it covered, but I think Emile Smith-Rowe was going to put it just a little bit higher. But we're never going to know now. All I know is it's another goal conceded by you, Martinez. How's that, son? Huh? You were feeling really sharp, talking shit about Arsenal. And what now? They're all chanting, he's better than you. He's better than you. I don't need to chant the rest because he's better than you. You know now, son. I'm so happy we got rid of Martinez. We got Ramsdale in goal now. And in this game, Ramsdale was great. I mean, he conceded 1 goal, but he commanded the box. He was always solid. You never thought he was in any threat or any danger. Everyone had faith in has faith in this goalkeeper because you can see how comfortable he is on the ball. We scored our 3rd goal. It's 3-0 to the Arsenal. A bit of game management comes in and we kind of go on the back foot. Lacazette came off in the 66 and the shape changed. Odegaard came in and it kind of changed the dynamic. If you know what I mean. Everyone would have seen it. Now, after that change in shape, the game kind of went a little bit more to Aston Villa. And this is where the possession stats and everything kind of make it look a bit cloudy, you understand. I'll get into them. They came up. They started to come down onto us, and they started to push back. We allowed them a little bit too much freedom on the ball. And you know what? It was a decent goal. Ramsey got himself a decent goal. And I can understand the confusion between the defenders. I mean, look, it was a track across the box. Players tracking across the box, and you're expecting him to slap it with his left. Ramsey's taking that ball and bang with his right, and it's gone. Great goal. It's gone right past Ramsdale. He had no chance. Ben White could have done maybe a little bit better in that situation, but I've got to give Aston Villa credit. Quality goal. The game finishes up 3-1. We get 3 points. We're in 9th. They're in 13th. Seriously. We move up the ladder, guys. And you know what? Every single player can hold their head up high. I'm not going to touch and talk about every single player on the pitch. But the players I don't mention, I'm just going to do a quick wrap up on. Well, this thing's going to take 50 bloody years for me to finish. My last one took 25 and 30 minutes, and I was just talking about what could happen. If I start talking about what did happen, we'd be here all night. And I don't think you like me that much. Anyway, let's get into it. The stats are as such. We had Our possession stats at 54%, 54.3, and Aston Villa at 45. Look, our shots on target, 9-4. 22 total shots from Arsenal. That tells us a bit of a story. We had 20 clearances, guys, to Aston Villa's 16. And the rest of the stats are there, as you can see. And to be honest, now we're sitting in 19th. I mean, Partey's goal, 23rd. Oba's goal, ESR's goal. Oba gets himself an assist. ESR gets himself an assist. Wonderful football from this team. Honestly, I couldn't have wanted more. I wanted a team to come out and really show me that they had a spine, a sense of direction. We haven't had that. We played well against Tottenham, and the games after that, it was like we were two different teams. It was like Premier League football and Bush Leagues in Australia. That's what it was. And that's why confidence wasn't booming for this game. Aston Villa is not a big team, right? I am not G'd up now because we beat Aston Villa. Yay, we beat Aston Villa. Big deal. It's the way we beat them. It's the way we played, guys. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, Aston Villa, what a wonderful win because they're such a threat. I didn't rate them before this game and I don't rate them now. They're not in form. They're not. Lost to Tottenham, lost to Wolves, and what? Now, son. Who is you? Don't know, man. I don't know. But all I know now is that we've got those 3 points. And look, I'm going to talk about a few of the players that I thought were key in this game. Ben White in this game really showed up. 48 touches, guys. Got himself an interception, 2 clearances, a block. 94% pass completion rate. 94% accuracy, 94% accurate. He had a run, guys, from our defensive third, right? All the way through their midfield and almost could have run all the way onto goal. And then tracked back. This guy was playing a wonderful game. This is the best I've seen Ben White play. I don't know if that's because Partey had such a good game, and when Ben White has Partey in front of him, he's a lot more solid. And maybe because Partey had such a good game, and I'll get into him next, maybe it helped Ben White to perform better. Maybe it's because him and Gabriel, that partnership is getting stronger, and they're starting to be a bit more aware of their movements. I don't know what it is. All I know is we paid 50 for him, and that in that game, he showed us his class. Ben White was wonderful in this game, guys. Honestly, he was everywhere. He was smooth on the ball. He was solid. The blocks. Honestly, I couldn't want much more from Ben White in this game. Tyrone Mings looked like a joke in this game. I'm not even going to get into the Aston Villa players. I'm just going to worry about our lot, because I already talked about that lot. Bugger them. Stuff them. Thomas Partey in this game gets himself a goal for Arsenal finally. Got himself 2 clearances, 3 tackles. He was passing at 82% accurate, guys. He made Emi Buendia non-existent. Him and Sambi Lokonga took out Buendia and McGinn. They were threats. I mean, McGinn more than Buendia. But Buendia's got an eye for a pass, and that's what makes him dangerous. McGinn as well, but McGinn's got, we all know he's got goals in him. And he's got confidence like you won't believe. But in this game, he looked nowhere near confident. If anything, he looked, for better words, pissed off at the performance of the guys around him. Honestly, McGinn wasn't anywhere to be seen in this game. And Thomas Partey, honestly, and Sambi Lokonga in midfield looked great. No Odegaard, but look, got to call it the way it is. We look great in that 4-4-2. Emile Smith-Rowe, guys. Emile Smith-Rowe. Man, is this guy wonderful. Aston Villa wanted him, but they didn't get him. They tried, but nah, man, it's all good, boys. You're not going to get this lot. Nah, man. ESR was everywhere. ESR put the ball in for Partey. ESR got that wonderful goal. And his movement on the ball was wonderful. His pass completion, his pass accuracy was 85%. He got himself an assist. He got himself a goal. He had 2 shots on goal himself. He was dangerous. Aston Villa were looking around and making sure that they knew where he was throughout the game. Him and Nuno, they looked great on that left-hand side. They looked great. I mean, Nuno Tavares overlapping runs, it helped. It honestly, the cohesion between Emile Smith-Rowe and Nuno Tavares, and I think it's because Tavares is very good going forward, and of course, Emile Smith-Rowe is an attacking player. It's the reason why they complement each other so well. Tavares might have to work on his defensive side, but you know what? Give him time. He might also want to work on his throw-ins too. He's got a weird throw-in, and we'll fix it up, mate. It's all right. We'll fix it up. It's all love, mate. It's all love. But yeah, ESR in this game, wonderful in this game. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm going to pull up his stats. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in this game, he had 5 shots on goal, guys. He got himself assist. His goal came from a penalty, right? Now, the penalty wasn't scored. Emi Martinez got the save, whatever. But he was quick enough to get on the end of that save, onto that loose ball and put it in the back of the net. Aubameyang in this game, yes, he's not captain material, but he was putting a shift in, just like Lacazette was. Aubameyang's movement was great. Aubameyang's flick led to Emile Smith-Rowe's goal. The build-up play started with Emile Smith-Rowe, but the flick from Aubameyang, that nice little ball, that made it look so easy, like nothing, little flick, there you go, right in front of ESR. Merry Christmas. That's what I want to see from Aubameyang. Yes, he can score goals, but he can also assist goals. And look, to have somebody like Emile Smith-Rowe who can finish, and I do believe he would have finished that. I do reckon it would have been in the back of the net regardless. It's only going to complement him. Reason being is if everyone's looking at Aubameyang all the time, it makes it very difficult. And if you've got Lacazette there, to take away that physicality from, the hard-ass Mings and all the rest defenders, then it's going to allow him a bit more freedom. Honestly, Aubameyang in this game was really good. Now, Lacazette, I haven't pulled up his stats, but I'm going to talk about Lacazette just from my point of view. Lacazette in this game was immense. His work rate, wonderful. Honestly, he made Mings' life just absolutely horrible. It was shit for Mings. Honestly, Tyrone Mings didn't know what he was doing. He's got a striker that he's trying to pull down. He just won't. So you can't take him down. It's going to get to the point where Tyrone Mings is going to have to start throwing elbows and start taking out Lacazette literally like Tyson Fury and bloody Deontay Wilder. It was getting silly. Mings was overwhelmed. Lacazette was just being that pest, that arsehole that he can be. And he did it for about 65 minutes before, unfortunately, he had that knock. And he called it. Like, he just straight away said, I need a changeover. So there must be... God, I hope it doesn't get too bad with him. I hope everything works out because we actually need him. You can see his worth. Now, I want to do a shout-out to Nuno Tavares because Nuno Tavares was great in this game. Breath of fresh air. So... I'm telling you now, so was our number 2. Takahiro was great as well. Honestly, these two guys on either end complement each other. They're like a mirror. Both of them go forward very well. Both of them come back pretty well. Now, Takahiro is probably better defensively, but not as good offensively. But he's a bit more balanced, if anything. Nuno a lot better going forward. But give him time. Give him time. He nearly scored his first goal, guys. He nearly scored, man. He nearly scored. It was awesome. Now I'm going to get into Aaron Ramsdale. This guy, honestly, when we signed him, I thought to myself, 30 million for a substitute keeper. Shit. I was dreading that we got rid of Emi Martinez. Not anymore. Aaron Ramsdale in this game commanded his box as usual. Commanded the goal. Was a brick wall in between the sticks. Yes, he was beaten. But the goal that was scored, it was not world class, but it was class. It was a quality goal. It was a very good goal. But Ramsdale here showed us his quality and showed us how much better he is than Emi Martinez. Like, Martinez got that save, but I do believe Ramsdale's looking like the better keeper. I know Ramsdale's got a better back line, but too bad, so sad, Martinez. Your stats are always going to look shit with that light in front of you. Yeah? You're always going to look shit. And I'm happy about it. Yes. F you, Emi Martinez. Just want to know, guys, did you guys see Danny Ings anywhere? Thought I'd shout out to Danny Ings. Hey, Danny, where were you, bro? You're supposed to come into work. You know? You're late for a date, mate. Where were you? You had your name on the team sheet. Where were you? Didn't see you. Just wondering, look, anyone out there, if there's anyone out there that's seen Danny Ings, let me know. Just want to make sure he's all right. Because, like, he's been missing. He went missing, and he's still missing. What do you do? Wally Ollie Watkins. And what now? Emi Buendia, look, I still rate the lad, but Emi Buendia hasn't been in great form since coming to Aston Villa. If this guy gets a bit more time, he might become the Emi Buendia that we all know again. But you know what? Too bad. He was taken out early. And I think he was taken out because of the job that Sambi and Partey were doing on him and making him so bloody ineffective, it was pointless having him on the pitch. So, Aston Villa, to be perfectly honest, an absolute shambles against Arsenal. Couldn't handle our style of football. Couldn't handle our pressure. Couldn't handle our press. Couldn't handle anything. Emi Martinez couldn't handle the ball. Couldn't handle the goals that went past him. All I can do is handle the 3 points. We're up to ninth. They're sitting where they're sitting for all I give a shit. I don't even want to know where they're at. I'm just looking forward. I'm not looking forward, but I'm looking at the game coming up against Leicester. I'm going to do my review soon. Sorry this one's come out late, guys, but you know what it is. Life in Australia ain't easy, and when you're working as hard as I do, you do the best you can with what you got. I'm going to give some player ratings out now. Now, some of the player ratings are going to be how you're going when you look at PremierLeague.com and this and that, but it's all bollocks. It's all bull. If you watch the damn game and stop looking at numbers and dollars and cents and this and that, you got to look at stats, but you got to also look at the player's performance. Just look at the game. Really watch it. Now, look, I'm going to give Ramsdale an 8 out of 10 to start off with. I know he had a goal scored against him, but apart from that goal, which, don't get me wrong, could have been defended better by Ben White, he had a great game. He really had a great game. So I'd probably give him an 8. Actually, you know what? No, I'll give him a... Now, I'm going to give Ramsdale a 7. I'm going to give him a 7 for this one just because of the goal. Just because of the goal. To be honest, it should have been an 8, but I'm going to give him a 7. Takahiro on the right-hand side, to be perfectly honest, deserves an 8. His work rate in that game was phenomenal. He might not have been seen very much by everyone else because everyone was too busy looking at Tavares, but this guy put his shift in. Again, winning headers. Again, defending like you won't believe. Again, holding the line. Takahiro, great number 2. I'm telling you, we got him at a bargain. He is a bargain. If this guy is not worth at least 6 or 7 million more than what he was when he first came in, dude. Ben White, bloody hell, mate. The White Knight. And what now? What the hell were you doing? Where you come from, mate? Where you been, bro? What's been going on? 9 out of 10, man. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for that performance for Ben White. I know that goal he could have done better, but 9 out of 10. He was just wonderful as a centre back in that game. And you know what? I hope I keep seeing that Ben White against Leicester and the games to come. Gabriel, a little bit overshadowed by Ben White. Ben White's performance was phenomenal, but it doesn't mean that Gabriel didn't have a good game either. I'm going to give Gabriel an 8 out of 10. He didn't do nothing too crazy. He held the line, defended well. You know what I mean? Didn't allow many threats. The goal against Ramsdale again could have been defended a bit better, but again, what do I say? These things happen. It was a quality goal. Nuno Tavares. What a game. Defensively, he wasn't the best, but going forward, wow. Wow, Nuno. Wow. You've really shown us what you're about and why you've been signed. Nuno Tavares in this game, yep, I'm going to have to match it. 8 out of 10, same as number 2, same as our number 2. Great game for him. Honestly, if you can keep putting in shifts like that, Kieran Tierney, yeah, you got to look out for this guy. He's looking for your spot, mate. He's looking for your spot. And it's wonderful to have 2 decent left-backs now, both competing for the same spot. In the middle of the park, we had Thomas Partey and Sambi Lokonga. Sambi put a shift in. He didn't have a bad game. I'm going to give Sambi a 7 out of 10 for this one. He didn't do much wrong. He didn't do much wrong. He was pretty good on the ball. Yes, he defended very well. His passes were good. He was solid in the midfield. His positioning was great. He partnered with Partey in the centre, and it was good. It was a good pairing. I think Partey overshadowed him. The goal that Partey scored, the way that Partey kind of bullied Buendia, and so did Sambi. To be perfectly honest, it might have maybe made Sambi look a bit ordinary, much like Ben White made Gabriel look a bit ordinary. But in this one, I think Partey is going to take the king of the midfield, and Partey in this one, yeah, I'm going to have to give him a 9 as well. I really like Partey in this game. He deserves a 9 in this game, guys. He was too good, way too good. Saka looked like he still had a bit of a niggle. Now he looked like he was about a 70% Saka. He didn't do much wrong. But Saka, he had an opportunity against Martinez that was just, he didn't put enough on it. He had to put his laces on it. I'm going to give Saka a 7 out of 10 for this performance. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, but it was a solid performance. He held that right-hand side. He didn't do too much wrong. He was an attacking threat at times. So Saka, to be honest, playing injured, 7. Emile Smith-Rowe, guys. I'm doing it in order. Emile Smith-Rowe is the man of the match. 10 out of 10 performance. An assist, a goal, a pest, a bastard. He made Aston Villa defenders are going to have nightmares. These guys are going to have to go see a psychiatrist and that. They'll be laying on the couch and going, oh, Emile Smith-Rowe. Oh, he's coming for me. That's how it's going to be, bro. I'm telling you. Tyrone Mings is not playing. He's not playing the next game. He's not. He's going to be getting his head examined. I'm telling you. Emile Smith-Rowe, wonderful performance in this game. 10 out of 10. king of the match, man of the match. And you know what? It's great to see a young player out of the academies perform that well and to be in the starting line. I'm going to get on to Lacazette before I get on to Aubameyang. Lacazette, his energy, his desire, his passion, his drive, the physicality, you name it, gets him an 8 out of 10 in this game. No, he didn't score a goal. He got that penalty. He gave it over to Oba. But he played 65 or 66 minutes, if that. And to be honest, once he come off and Odegaard came in, the game did change. And you could see what he brings to the pitch. 8 out of 10 for Lacazette in this one. He was just great. Aubameyang got himself a goal. Got himself an assist. Seriously. Aubameyang in this game was a different type of Aubameyang. Now, the goal was a penalty, but the assist to ESR was great too. That ball, that flick was great. I am going to have to give Aubameyang an 8 for this. I'm going to match him up with Lacazette, even though Lacazette didn't play 90. That's my opinion. I didn't think he played badly. I just think he could have been a bit more of an attacking threat on the pitch, and I was hoping for him to get a goal and a run of play. But it's okay. I don't care. We got 3 points, guys. Those are my ratings, to be honest, for the guys in the field. If you guys don't agree, guys, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, and subscribe if you could. That'd be great. I'm going to try to bring you guys as much great content as I can. I'm trying to make the channel better, so you're going to see a lot more stuff coming up with stats and this and that and all of the above. I'm just, I'm new to this, guys, so, bear with me. Bear with me. You know what I mean? Please share if you can. That'd be great. I'm not going to talk about the Aston Villa players. I might just talk a little bit about Emile Martinez. I would have thought he would have come in with a bit more class. He's coming back to a club that really supported him. Somewhat supported him. I mean, when nobody believed in you, mate, Arsenal were paying you, right? You were nothing before Arsenal. Nothing. I really would have thought you had a bit more class. A little bit more. But you know what? It's all good, mate. You heard the crowd. You got what you got. And you know what? You're going to be forgotten real quick, mate. Thing of the past, mate. You're a thing of the past, yeah? Couldn't care less about you. You're a mug, mate. You're a bloody mug. Anyway, guys, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be in here soon for the Leicester game. That's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big game. That's a tough one. That's a tough game. Leicester are a team that are half decent now, so that's a strong team to play. Aston Villa, on the other hand, is a bit easier. Leicester, tough team. Look out for that preview. It's coming to YouTube soon. I'll work on that one. But from the Aussie Gooner to you guys and to everyone, I want to thank you guys for subscribing. Sorry, before I wrap it up, thank you for your comments, thank you for your likes, thank you for all that. Please share. I want to give a shout out to Football Capital. I want to give a shout out to Bits and Bobs. Bobby, you're great, man. I want to give a shout out to Spice from Red United TV, and I'm going to give a shout out to the Old School Gunner. Please check out all their content. Great content from these guys. It's all great. Just trust me, you will not go wrong. Football Capital for a massive wrap up. Bits and Bobs for much of the same, but a lot more, a bit of diversity and variety. Red United TV, well, I don't need to say much there. You know what I mean? Strictly United, but you know what? Those three lads are all United guys, but they're open and they know their football. So if you want to have a look at their channels, do yourselves a favour, go for it. I'll put the link in the description below. Trust the links in the description below. Please have a look at them. They're good. Trust me, they're wonderful. And you might see me on their channels from time to time. We're usually on the channel with Bits and Bobs every Tuesday in Australia around 6 a.m. So look out for that one too. But from the Aussie Gooner to everyone out there, it's a wonderful win. Put a smile on your faces. This is all fun and games. It's Uru, guys. Uru.